Hello everyone, this is Reg at PAX Area Gaming, and welcome to part 5 of Atomfall. It is the final entrance in this story, and we are going to get the Joyce Tanner ending. I figured I'd be upfront about it. There's still 3 endings that we can get: Mother Jago, the Operator, and Joyce Tanner. So let's do this. There are a couple of technical glitches along the way as well. I'll point them out as we get to them. So we needed to activate data store Charlie. And data store Alpha. Okay, let's locate.
Systems requiring maintenance. 27. Active on-site personnel. 0.
Okay, we'll look around and then head to data store Delta. I'm not quite sure what pushing those buttons do. I can't see anything different in the room, so maybe they do nothing. I'm not sure. Other than looting, I'm not so sure there's anything else to be done in this room. Sounds like one of those feral creatures are in here. Let's just save this on the off chance that I die. Definitely feral creatures in here. Okay, let's deactivate these guns. These turrets. And the main objective is just to get to data storage Delta. Not worried about all the other stuff that's in here. And if we went to the medical wing, which we don't need to because we're not following Garrow or Holden's, Dr. Garrow or Dr. Holden's quest lines, which would require us to go to the medical area. I think also Mother Jago might require us to do that. So in the end, we may end up getting locked. We would have ended up getting locked out of her quest anyway. We found data store Delta. Once we reactivate that, then the interchange will be fully alive and we can open the pathway to Oberon.
Power restored in data store Delta computation. Quarantine has been lifted in this sector. Full power restored to central chamber. Central processor awaiting data signal.
Yeah, we have to use the signal redirector to actually activate both Charlie and Delta. Okay, time for the magic moment. Let's open that door to Oberon. Probably not going to go through it just yet, though. Impressive technology, whatever it is. Okay, yeah, we're not ready to go through there. I mean, once you go through, it's really the end. So unless you have everything you need for any of the endings, well, I guess you could still get one of the endings if you go through now. The operator's ending. And with Mother Jago, you really... I think there's another item I would need to leave the exchange to get in order to complete hers. I have to leave the exchange anyway, because for 2 of the endings, maybe even 3, I need one other item.
Have felt something through the earth. The Hall of Science, the place they call the Interchange. It is alive again. You have awoken it. Then you must listen. Whoever offers you a partnership, even a way out, theirs is not a true escape. Only I can offer that to you. You must put your faith in Mother Jago. Take care, won't you?
Yes, she wants us to go to the medical lab, or at least the tunnels beneath the medical lab. But we're not going to do that.
Hello? Hello? The instrument's just registered an emergency access. Whoever's in here, I mean you no harm. This is Joyce Tanner. I was part of the investigation team on Convoy 5. And, well, I don't know how you got into this place, but it's bloody marvelous. I'm in Data Store Charlie, Get to me if you can.
Okay, let's go meet up with Joyce Tanner.
Hello? Who's there?
Well, gosh. This is a surprise. When I saw movement, I thought it might be one of those awful feral goblins some people seem to have turned into. You don't look like a goblin, though. Or an outlaw. So, just exactly who are you? Well, I can't argue with that. We find ourselves in very strange times. You haven't immediately tried to kill me, at least. That's a pleasant change. Sometimes I think I'm the only sane one left in the zone. I'm Joyce, by the way. Joyce Tanner. How'd you do? Well, we can put questions of identity aside, I think, seeing as I should be thanking you. I gather that you're the one who's responsible for restoring the power supply here. I've been trying to get in here for simply ages. I've just about given up hope. My, but you're full of satiable curiosity, aren't you? Well, I've nothing to hide. There was an expeditionary convoy sent in a few months ago. And Muggins here was seconded to it. I'm a communications specialist. Girl boffin, the squaddies call me. They needed us ladies to hold up the science end of things. I was drafted in, along with a Dr. Garrow. They say she was a big name here, before the disaster. Anyway, the expedition did not go swimmingly, let me tell you. We barely made it into Slattendale when the bridge was blown out from under us, and the convoy wrecked. Before we knew what was happening, we were beset by a horde of whooping maniacs in masks. It was awful. Sounds ludicrous, doesn't it? Now, I don't know if they were responsible for the bridge, but the vicious buggers were on us soon after. I think I may well be the sole survivor of the convoy. But things are certainly looking up now we're in here. Isn't it a remarkable sight? The interchange in all its glory. I was beginning to think I'd never see the inside of it. Think of all the secrets that might be hidden here. Well, the interchange itself seems to be wired together like some sort of big computer. These data stores all connect to the central data processor. Though with the power cut, it looks like it's gone into a sort of a dormant state. No doubt that was part of the drill to get this place mothballed when the disaster happened. Whatever it was. As for the research they were doing here, well, I don't know. You could poke around and find out, I suppose. The important thing is that we're in here, and I cannot overstate my delight that you managed it. Now, finally, there's a chance I can get into the communication systems proper. And listen, we don't need to trust each other just yet, but maybe we can work together. It's a bit of a two-person job, this. Look, if I can get a message through the interference field, I should be able to sort out an exit for us. I'd need a whole array of transmitters to punch through the interference, though. There are a few radio towers across the area that should do the trick. I've restored power to them, but I seem to be locked out of their controls. The operators must have isolated the towers from the network when the quarantine was declared. But look, if you could find each tower and release the security lock, I can fiddle around this end and try to use the array to blast out a signal. Here, I'll give you map coordinates for each tower. Good luck. Do your best. And try not to get eaten by any goblins.
What do you want to bet one of them is in my favorite place, Scathamore? So we're going to go to the radio towers. I've seen them in the distance, but never really investigated them.
I can't believe it. You finally managed to breathe some life into the interchange after all these years sitting in the dark. Now, I don't want to get overexcited, but there's a chance we can actually escape this place. You and I must work together. You're not going to find a better partner in the endeavor, believe me. If you can give me access to all those radio towers, well, there might be hope for us yet.
Okay. Joyce at least seems sane. I think Captain Sims will leave and leave everyone else in here to die. In the quarantine zone to die. I think Mother Jago is actually basically batshit crazy. Joyce Tanner seems reasonable. Here's our first tower. This should be easy because we don't have the only enemies around would be outlaws.
It's working. Are you reading me over at the tower? Oh, I hope so. Smashing work. That's one tower reading green on my console. Keep it up and we'll have ourselves a working array in no time. And I've been doing some digging myself. They buried Prometheus information well, but I found a few threads to follow. Talk to you about it soon.
Okay, let's make our way to the second tower.
Wait.
Hey! Where have you got to? You!
Another tower back up and running. Well done. I found bits and pieces all over on Hammer Nuclear Plant.
Okay, we have one tower left, and it's in my favorite place. I guess it wouldn't have been so bad if I hadn't made them hostile towards me. My new easiest way to traverse this area without being attacked. Not sure what's going on with the frame rate here. Okay, it's the frame rate, and it's out of sync. Okay, the vehicle storage bunker is where the keycard is that we need to unlock the final radio tower. Once we get that, we unlock the radio tower. I guess we go back to Joyce Tanner and we see what happens. Because of the audio issues with this section, I've decided to drop the sound out. And that's going to be true for probably the next 20 minutes or so. There's not a lot of dialogue anyway, so we should be good. Okay, so all of the radio towers are done. We can return to Joyce Tanner.
Got Sunday school prizes and all that? Help me with this, and you can leave with me. You have my word. You need to get to the Oberon site. Once the interchange is fully powered up, you should be able to regain access to it. They were mining something there. It's worth seeing if the old equipment will extract the core of it. Then, well, you see, then you need to burn it. I do. Whatever is there is causing the interference field. Destroying it is our best shot at stopping the interference, and the door is open for us to be picked up and escape. In any case, it's best that what caused all this mess is finally dealt with, wouldn't you say? Now look, once you get there and destroy the thing, the balloon will properly go up and things are likely to get hot here. So, if you have any loose ends you'd like to tie up, I suggest you attend to those first. Oh, sorry. Still waiting for a reply, I'm afraid. But if the message made it past the interference, then I'm sure my people will be sorting out something terribly clever for us as we speak. All we can do now is be ready for when they arrive.
Destroy the wind-scale plant. Destroy Oberon. If Oberon is dead, way out will open.
Okay, we need to install the batteries to activate the drill that we need in order to get a sample for Dr. Tanner, or Joyce Tanner. I'm not sure whether she's a doctor or not. I'm trying not to alert that guy in the hazmat suit. This is the benefit for having extra batteries, so I don't have to go out and kill the robots in order to get them. And I don't have enough ammo to kill them anyway. Okay, so now that we've done that, what we need to do Okay, so we know that we can initiate self-destruction, right? But before we do that, we need to plant explosives around the arena so that when we get the sample, we will then be able to destroy Oberon. Again, that's the operator's quest. That's also Joyce Tanner's quest. I'm no longer sure what Mother Jago's real quest is. I know one of the quest givers, and I'm not following that particular quest, would have required me to insert a poison canister into the water supply. But I don't have the poison canister. It may be in the medical bay, which I didn't ever fully explore. Maybe a similar issue with Dr. Garrow, who I think wanted me to poison. Well, one wanted me to poison, one wanted me to burn. I can't remember which is which now. We're not going to do either, so no worries. And again, I really can't fight these robots. I just don't have the amount of ammo that I would need to put them in that state where I can steal their batteries. Which means I'm going to have to be very stealthy, making my way around the arena. So, sorry for the poor editing, but I did plant the bombs on the left side of the arena. There are two on each side. So I did the two on the left side, but I didn't do the two on the right side. This is when facing Oberon. So you know exactly what I'm referring to, right and left. So when you're facing the Oberon meteor thing, on the right-hand side, there are two areas where you can plant explosives. On the left-hand side, there are two as well. So I got the two on the left. Now I'm trying to get to the two on the right. But of course, there are the robots over there. And while it gives me some rifle ammo, not enough to really do a lot of damage because I'm working with rusty weapons at the end of the game instead of upgrading these weapons. So if I ever do another playthrough, I'll do that. or if I do the DLC, I'll definitely do that. But I'm not sure I'll do another playthrough, and I'm not sure I'll do the DLC. Okay. And I'm guessing that if you're working towards all of the quests related to all of the quest givers, you probably can get more of these skills unlocked. I cleared out that room on the left. I killed the hazmat guys. That's a self-destruct. Okay, well, it's too late for that. Because in order to... Well, I guess in order to do the operator's quest, I didn't need to drill. But for Joyce Tanner's quest, and she's the one I'm really focused on, I definitely have to drill. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to activate the drill because I've installed the battery, so we should be able to do that. I'm a little paranoid looking around for any more of those hazmat guys. I think I killed them all. So once this is finished, I have to go over and retrieve the sample.
Purified sample extracted. Canister ready for collection.
Okay, so I have to go back into this area. But the only things I have to worry about are the robots. And then I'll have to come back here to initiate the self-destruct. This is where I would have inserted the poison canister if I had it, which I don't. Okay, now that I have a sample, I can go back to the control room and activate the self-destruct. Well, I don't have to worry about the robots because I'm just gonna escape this place. Okay, so we'll go back to the station after we plant the other 2 bombs. So you got the robots over there. What we really want to do, since we are not going to be able to kill them, is to sort of kite them around the arena. If we do that, we should be able to get over there. See, there are 2 on each side. So they'll probably all come towards where the noise is. I think they see me. Well, let's make sure they see me. Come down here. They seem to be heading in this direction. And of course, the ones on the other side of the arena see me as well. I don't care where they all end up, as long as they end up away from where I have to plant the explosive devices. Okay, those I planted earlier. There's one over there. There are 2 on this side, but I planted the devices a little bit earlier. Okay, so now that I've sort of kited those guys to one side of the arena, I'm going to run over here. I don't even think they know where I am right now. I'm going to run over there, plant the explosives, run back, and then go back to the control room. I'm going to plant one there. I guess we're not planting, we're arming the device. It's already here. Okay. Now. And now the idea is to get back to the control room. Set off the explosives and then run like hell. And I guess we're heading back to wherever Joyce is. Although she probably isn't going to be there since we're blowing the place up and she's aware of it. Okay, that one we can't use because we didn't use the poison canister to put it into the water supply. So our only option anyway is to do this. Or actually, to not blow it up at all. Right? I guess that's an option as well. Okay, now we gotta get out of here. Definitely don't have enough ammo to fight everyone along the way.
What have you done, fool? You tried to destroy us? You think you can escape with one of the other healers?
Oh, we've ticked those people off. That's Mother Jago's group.
Without the voice, there is no escape from that small world inside your skull.
I was trying to figure out how to turn this thing off, but I don't actually see the node thingy that I'm supposed to use to do that. And since I only have 3 minutes to get out of here, I only have 3 minutes to get out, so I figured it makes more sense to run for it and stop wasting time. If it's really 3 minutes, maybe they just said 3 minutes and it may be game 3 minutes or real time 3 minutes, I'm not sure. Yes, I'm lost as hell trying to find my way out of here.
You will never be offered it again. If you will not be with the voice, you only feed the soil.
You have succeeded. Cumberland is dead. And you have earned your reward. A way out. Go back to the beginning. Go back to where you awoke.
Okay, so I can still get his ending if I just went back to where the game started. Which I'm not going to do since I took the time to extract that sample. I'm going to get it to Dr. Tanner, or Joyce Tanner. Again, I can't fight all those other people because I just don't have enough ammo or good enough weapons. So the idea is to get the hell out of here. Alright, Joyce was in Data Store Charlie. Oh no, Delta. No, I guess it was Charlie. And she's not here.
Hopefully you're still alive. I'd like to imagine it's you listening to this. Not some gruesome thing. Being possessed of your baby. There's an extraction on the way and I've got to meet it. I'm including the coordinates in this transmission. get the overall sample.
Okay, I'm feeling like she's really just using me, but we'll find out. Okay, so I need to leave here. And I believe it's Casterfell Woods where she is located. And we're not going to fight anybody, we're just running for our lives. Now we're going to head to the coordinates that she gave us. Again, we're not going to talk to anybody, we're not going to fight anybody, we're just going to get to the coordinates. Well, we'll try not to fight anybody. Where am I going? Yeah, okay. Wow. That is the havoc we left behind. I have a shotgun. I keep saying I wish I had used the automatic one. Of course, he has nothing. Let's go kill this other poor unfortunate soul who should have just left us alone. That was my final shotgun bullet, so that's a good thing. I'm not sure whether that's an active feral or not. I don't think it is, but I could wait a little bit and get some of my health back, or just, okay, there we go. Once your heart rate goes back to normal, your health goes back to some level. It's definitely not halfway, definitely not full, but it goes back to a certain point. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hey, Joyce.
You're here. You've performed a great service. Top hole. My people will be ever so grateful. Believe me. Now, where's the sun? Once that's safely stowed, we can go. Oh, good heavens. Does it matter at this juncture? Why should you even care? I'm your way out. And believe you me, we need to leave quickly. Very well. I suppose you'll find out soon enough. I suppose you might call me a fellow traveler. I've worked so hard to get the secrets of Oberon out of the zone, because we simply can't let them be buried here. You know, outside the walls, They're talking about man. Mutually assured destruction. Each side with enough bombs to ensure nobody dares use them. In the wrong hands, Oberon could destroy the planet. That's why it needs to be in everyone's hands, so no one can use it. It's as simple as that. Anyway, enough talking. The sample? Excellent. Now let's get out of here. Sorry about that, but you'll live. My friends just want a little chat first. Well, more like a debrief, really. Actually, it's probably more like an interrogation.
You chose to trust Joyce Tanner and to help her. You kept your side of the bargain. You took a sample of Oberon and gave it to her. No small task. Now she has summoned a mysterious friend. Whoever they are, you can all escape together, I'm sure. You'll let quite the trail of carnage eat you. But sometimes violence is necessary, I know. You listened to good advice and wise words, which is to say, my advice and my words. So many shoot first and ask questions afterwards. Not you, though. Oberon is dead, and the Windscale plant is destroyed. The interference field should rapidly fade now, and perhaps the outside world will finally see what has happened here. So ends the quarantine.
Well, thank you guys for joining me on this journey of Atomfall. So Atomfall is a pretty short game, pretty interesting game. There's 6 potential endings that you can get. Right up until the very end, if you've completed all of the tasks for all of the guys. Captain Sims, Joyce Tanner, Dr. Garrow, Dr. Holder, the Operator, and Mother Jago. To get more bang for the buck, you could have gotten to each of their quest lines until the very end before you had to make a decision. But you will get locked out of either Holder or Garrow, depending on which of those guys you side with. So it's not all that you can get in terms of the endings, unless you have save files and you want to do it that way. So for me, I was left with 3 possibilities, and I chose the Joyce Tanner ending. So there you have it. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Please leave comments, and we'll see you in the next game.